Woohoo! We're live, waiting on a couple people to join us. Well, actually, just one other person for sure. So enjoy watching me click around. Woo! There he is. Live, waiting on a couple people to join us. Well, actually, just one other person for sure. So enjoy watching me click around. There he is. Yes, I'm just clicking around. So when we play this back, it's just gonna be my, well, at least just for now. Oh God. Let me see.
All right, we're back.
Ah, there you are. Welcome back.
Yeah, I've actually never done one of these on-air things before, so no idea how they work.
They work just like the regular ones, except they're on air and there might be a longer delay between each conversation piece.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, so since this is being recorded, I guess you guys want to know what this is about. So why don't you tell them what's this about?
Yeah. Hello, everyone that is tuning into this. I am Jermaine, and this is that code's first, test run, like I guess you call it beta, of our weekly community stand-up, where we'll just come on here and talk about stuff. Some code, some of, whatever it is that we're working on. Or it could be, whatever you guys want to talk about. But we kind of want to use this as a chance to, get to see the people that are involved with that code. And, just kind of put faces to names and stuff like that. Just another way for us to, get acquainted with each other and, share, anything that we have and just continue the conversation from our Slack group, from our Twitter hashtag to our, Google Hangouts. So welcome again, and I'll let Anne introduce herself.
Oh yeah, we should have introduced ourselves. My name is Anne Daramola. I'm on Twitter a lot, but in the past have been, well, okay, currently now still also on Twitter a lot. Also, as Afrolicious, I transitioned away from Afrolicious as we try to pivot it to something else, and so you'll see that coming hopefully by the end of this month, or the end of August. It's still July. I am a full stack developer, which means I make things work on the front end and on the back end of things. And I do I do freelance, but I'm ramping up my startup called The Site Clinic, and I'm very excited about that. And there's another one that's far too complicated to explain right now, but you'll see that one coming out too. It's going to power the new Afrolicious. So everything works together in my head, and so I'm excited to be a part of a group of nerdy people like myself. And yeah, like Jermaine said, this is just a way for us to see each other. We're also going to run the chat on Twitter. Generally, a stand-up kind of covers, you know, what you're working on, what challenges you foresee, and, you know, something like what kind of help you need. So those are the things that you will be able to talk about on this in the future. Whatever project you're working on, it doesn't have to be like strictly code. It could be part of a design problem that you have. But I thought it would be really good for us to see each other. And, you know, representation matters and all that. So shout out to Jermaine for creating the Slack and just going hard on the DACO hashtag on Twitter, because it's really important for not just for younger people to see that that they can be, you know, the next Black girl coder, but also to see, for us, our peers, to see each other. So yeah, that's me, that's this.
Definitely. That's what's up. Well, I guess I didn't explain what I do. I am a software engineer of 4 years for a military contractor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, for those who don't know. And I'm kind of trying to, I guess, transition out of that more into, you know, web development. I like to, well, here recently I've been liking, you know, working with, you know, different web technologies. So just trying to make my transition into that in any way I can. I guess the previous 3 years I was doing more of a, I guess you would call it, kind of, I guess it would be a, well, I don't want to say full stack, but yeah, kind of in between, you know, front end, back end development on Windows using Visual C++. That stuff was cool. Visual Studio is awesome. I love Visual Studio, and that was cool. But I felt like I was getting pretty stagnant, so I wanted to quickly move into something else and just keep my mind fresh with challenges and with the different technologies that are just coming really fast. And I think web is where it's at, just because there's a lot of stuff going on the web, and it's the thing I like about the web is that it's, you know, platform agnostic. So with the tools that are becoming just very mature, you can build that app that you wanted to make on, you know, iOS or Android, or you can build it in the browser. So I'm, you know, really excited to, you know, just dive into those kind of technologies and, you know, witness the power that they have, you know, to build those kind of experiences. So yeah, that's me.
So this is a test run, and so we kind of already had like a full-on conversation before this. But Jermaine,
Yeah.
tell us about your foray or your plan to kind of be that design developer hybrid, and what that looks like for you, or how you imagine it to be as you're working towards that.
Yeah. So I think it I think the person that, kind of planted that seed in my mind was a mentor that I had when I worked at Ball Corporation. Um, they're the food and packaging company based out of Broomfield, Colorado. Colorado is beautiful, y'all. And I worked there for the summer. I was in the IT department, and we had a really cool project. They couldn't find really find anything that fit what I was doing. So I got my BS in computer engineering, and it was very like, hardware and software, and the programming that I did was very like low level stuff with microprocessors and stuff like that. So they couldn't really put me where I wanted, but they noticed that I had I was taking some art courses at the time, and I was interested in graphic design, and we put together this proposal for I think it was a dashboard. Um, it was a dashboard that the company could use, and they could exchange, business intelligence. It would have, communication involved in it. So you could plug it into Skype, and you could check out the key performance indicators. So you have all these fancy graphs, looking at all the numbers. And I pretty much, I guess, designed that. I went and, did the mock-ups, and then someone much smarter than me at the time went and built it, and we put this this grand presentation at the end of the summer to the executive board, and I think they liked it. I still have the presentation somewhere on my computer, but yeah, at the end of the summer, he kind of congratulated me on doing that, and said I should really think about strengthening those design skills, along with my programming skills, because I think it's still prevalent today where there's always two sides to the equation. So you have to have, your designers on one side, and then your designers talk to your programmers, and they talk back and forth. So it would be it's kind of hard to find that unicorn where the person is, versed in the design aspect of things and also the programming aspect of things. So, when he said that and said I should, kind of push myself into that direction, it's just kind of been in the back of my mind the whole time. But I think I'm at the point now where I'm, really, pushing myself in that direction, and, doing the work to, pull myself out for where I am, and, start working towards that, designer / developer role that I like to be in for, however long, till I get tired of it, because I don't think I will. It's
Nice.
it's been, yeah, I love, it seems like, tech and design are, for the most part, converging at this point, where you want to create those, beautiful user experiences, beautiful and intelligent user experiences. So I think it's prime time that, people start, taking a look at, if they're a designer, look more into, learning just a little bit of code, or, how much they like, and then vice versa for developers, just kind of getting those design chops up. So yeah, that was very long-winded, but
What
yeah.
just in terms of the pathways, what kinds of languages are you using, just for somebody who would be watching this in the future? Where are you learning? What sites are you visiting to get proficient? Are you taking classes? How are you doing that?
Yeah. So I'm using one of the sites that I use is Team Treehouse. TeamTreehouse.com is really good. And that's where I use it too.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they're really good. The gamification is pretty fun. It gives you the points and stuff. Makes you feel good. But I'm using that to kind of learn the web technologies that I'm still kind of new to. I guess that's how I got onto Angular. I think I'm doing a Python course now, and I have a couple other courses tucked away. So that's what I'm learning my code, and I have I think I'm on an email blast about it's like I guess a design course through email. It's like a 12-week thing, and just kind of picking up things here and there. As far as design goes, I'm on Dribbble, I'm on Behance, just kind of digesting all that they have to offer me. Just looking at different things, looking for inspiration, and kind of incorporating that to my thinking as far as building the two sites that I'm working on. And when I was doing this design challenge this weekend, I was actually surprised at how much I actually knew about kind of going through those design steps. I guess I could talk a little bit about the design challenge, right? So I had to design an app made for time travel, which is a very interesting challenge for a Black man, right? Time travel.
Really interesting.
So when I read it, I was like, oh, wow. So there's a couple of things that I took into account while I was creating it. The fact that and it kind of I kind of got the idea from when my roommate came in one day and he said that his coworker had asked him, if you had a time machine, you can go to any time, where would you go? And the guy, talk about he would go to the past or whatever. My roommate's like, why would you do that? Just go to the future. Like, don't you want to see what the world is like? And then I'm all like, well, I'm Black, so not too many other places I can go except for maybe like the 90s or the 80s. That's probably about as far as back as I'll go. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to the future. Like I'm going that way. So and he just kind of bust out laughing. He's like, "That's so true."
It's a true story, though. It's a true story.
Right. Side note: I'm also reading Octavia Butler's Kindred. I'm actually like 2/3 of the way through now, and I'll probably finish it before I get back home tomorrow.
So we don't have enough time to talk about how amazing Octavia Butler is.
Right. So let me keep going.
Just the beginning.
So so in the design challenge, I tried to incorporate those kind of, I guess, fears or those thoughts that we have, not only like people of color, but just like the LGBTQ community,
right?
And how the app could service those communities by giving safety guidelines. So you would key in whichever time and place you wanted to go to, and then the app will serve back these safety guidelines and say, hey, you might not want to do this, you might not want to go there. And just to, because, some people just might not think about it that in that way. They might, just want to go back and look at stuff. But, just being a designer, when you can give those kind of insights to the design process and just make those user experiences, just that much more better with those kind of insights, I thought would be very good if you could do that. So hopefully it scores me some points. I don't know, maybe, but I was I was really interested by the design challenge, and just kind of throwing those little tidbits in there. But yeah, I think it speaks to the necessity of a diverse, design team. Even on
Yeah.
on both sides, just giving those little insights and just making the experience that much better. So
Yeah, and just as we close out, join DATCode. The Slack group is there. The hashtag is there. We're trying to create a diverse group of engineers, software technicians, designers, and create pipelines for younger people to get into this, and as young as possible. So we're fresh and green, and this is our first test. It's recording on YouTube. We have one viewer who is myself. I just realized. So that's happening. Yeah, but thank you for sharing about your design challenge. And I think that was a really good point about how being a Black person will really inform the way you experience technology. I think we make technology better, honestly, but there's
honestly.
Honestly. So, all right, that's our time.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.